Hello, hello. And welcome to another episode of Let's Play Minecraft with me, Lucy. Hi, how is everyone doing today? I am chuffed, really happy because we made it, guys. We made it to episode 40. That's a big number. 40 feels like a big number, and we're only 10 episodes away from 50. Now, my big goal for episode 50 is to do another world tour, but actually, it doesn't feel like we've done that much since the last one. Although I think this entire area, I guess, and everything up here, but I really want to get the entire castle town done before that point. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna celebrate by building the first start to the actual castle building, as opposed to the castle town, but the actual castle building. And the very first thing you get when you come in here is going to be a throne room, so we're gonna do that. Castle's gonna have multiple floors and stuff. We're not gonna get all of it done today, but I'm thinking we're gonna have to start off by maybe extending the cliff here all the way to maybe over here. We're definitely needing a bit more space, and I'm not really vibing with this like soft edge of a mountain anyways. So maybe extending it, making it really steep, and then kind of adding like some rocks or jagged pieces coming out of it, give it a bit more of an intimidating vibe, and then it's gonna actually look like something you would build a castle on top of. But I'm gonna actually start off by building a replica of this gate. I really want to get this front portion done because it's nice to kind of just have something to look at here. It's very blank just now. So we're gonna start off with another one of these, and I prepared some supplies as well. Da-da. In fact, I forgot one thing, and that is a stone cutter. So we might borrow one off someone. Hello. Can I have that, please? I think I want this sort of hallway bit to line up with the gate, so we're gonna do it on this exact same kind of row, and then we're gonna match up here as well. So our wooden log is gonna go over here, and the same way it's going to go over here. That match up? Yep. And then I'm just gonna really duplicate everything. So we're gonna start off with, I really want to make sure I get the fences to line up as well. So is this right? It's a bit hard because they're not on the same Y level. Eek. I really can't tell. I'm gonna have to do some maths here, I think. I think I spot what's wrong. We're going through a gate here. Nice gate. Nice moon behind us. Oh, short, stubby gate. This really doesn't work. I thought, I don't know why, that if they were on the same Y level at the top, that it would look good because they should line up pretty much perfectly at a certain point. I don't know how far back I need to go for that, actually. You see what I mean? At a certain point, if you get far back enough, which is kind of unrealistic because it looks like we don't actually get far back enough in our plaza. Now we have the star block in it, but they do line up pretty much perfectly because they're on the same Y level. But I don't think that works from up close, unfortunately. It just kind of looks weird to have this really tall gate at the front and then like a really short one. It's very obvious how short this gate is, so I think instead of the same Y level at the top, we're just gonna have them be the same amount of height. So how many tough blocks is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this one's only 4, so I have to raise it up by 2 more blocks, I guess, for a wall and a tough block. And then hopefully look better. And I also think this will work better with the walkway we have here right now if I were to connect it completely to this building. If it, yeah, but didn't work because this one's actually shorter where the roof finishes, and I need it to be, I think, taller-ish. So hopefully raising it by 2 blocks will do the trick. If not, I might raise it even more and have this one be even taller than the first gate. I don't know. We'll see how that looks. That is so much better. It's a very small change, but it makes a big difference. And yeah, I almost feel like the back gate still needs to be taller, but I think it's just an optical illusion. They are the exact same height, I'm pretty sure. In fact, I guess this one feels taller because you can actually see this sticking out, right? So it looks like it's a block taller, but it's not. The actual, like if you count it from up here, it's the same height, but then again, there are slabs here, so maybe that's what's causing it. There is slabs here as well. If you just let out these slabs a little bit, then it should technically be the same. I've got full inventory, right? Pop this here. How am I? Oh, there it is. And then I guess we're just gonna have to sort this middle bit out. Then it should technically be exactly the same. Why does that look so much worse in here? What did I do here? Three blocks and then one. Okay. 3 blocks and then one. I guess I need to then stop here, but because this goes up a slope, it's a lot harder. We're just gonna take this down a level. We're just gonna cheat a little bit. There we go. Right, now that's the same-ish. Maybe even get rid of these. It's the little details, but I want to make it look very symmetrical on both sides, very even. What do we have here? Deep slate. Okay. Right. Tell me this looks the same. Let's see. Honestly, can't tell, but I'm sure that makes a difference because now we have the same portion here. The only difference is, of course, that is exposed now. I guess we could, yeah, fix this up as well. I'm getting all kinds of distracted here from actually building. What is this? How did I leave this here? It's uneven now. Wait, what? Let's make a quick little visit to the library because I need to get some enchanted books here and it's fun. We're officially using it for its purpose for the very first time. I've got a mending book already. Efficiency 4. That's what I need. I need 2 of these. And I need an unbreaking. Your infinity unbreaking. Let's go. Not the cheapest unbreaking, but we have plenty of emeralds. Okay. And we're gonna make ourselves a set of super shears because I want to do some wireframing. First, let's get these 2 books combined. Pop it onto shears. Pop that onto shears. And pop the mending on. Great. Where's the exit? Here's the exit. Yeah, I want to do some wireframing because I'm really struggling to picture this build, but I don't want to go into creative and like try to figure. How did you get out? I thought I placed you away safely. Okay, well you stay in the garden. Yeah, I've been combining these 2 hallways a little bit. It's not 100% symmetrical because there's differences in the amount of space available. But I think it still looks pretty good. And yeah, there's this little awkward 1 block space here I didn't realize we're gonna have, which means I can't conjoin it with another pillar because the walls will connect together. So I'm in the process of thinking what I'm gonna put there. But while I'm doing that, I've got a bunch of different kinds of wool that I want to use to really figure out what I want to do here. I suppose I put my scaffolding away. Let's do a little test out. How fast are the super shears? Oh, great. These are gonna make wireframing with wool easy. The reason I want to use wool as well is because you can get a lot of different colors, and I've got a lot of wool from the Rainbow Road coming in, so it's a lot of block that I have, and I've just never really done it with wool. I want to see if I can differentiate different shapes with what I've got. So one thing I want to do here is kind of have a copy of the gate, like a very similar shape. How tall are these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 9 blocks. Yep, I had to count it that way. 9 blocks up from here, somewhere not exactly on top, but slightly further in. Maybe. Well, that's a slab. Of course, I can't shift click there. Maybe like here, and then go up 1, 2, 3. It needs to be sticking out a bit. Let's change the color here. So we're working with a different color. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. And then it's not gonna be a super accurate shape, but we're just gonna do a very simple arch, I think. Where's the center? Is this the center or is that the center? This is the center, I think. Oh, and yeah, making the other side's gonna be difficult, but let's jump over. Jump over again. Yeah. Okay, that's kind of what I want. I want something sticking out. From just now, I can already tell, just from that I want this to not start there, but instead be further out, maybe around this side, maybe where that log is. and have a lot wider arch as well, I think. I tried to have a more gradual curve, but I actually think it now needs to be taller. It doesn't go up enough in the middle, so we either need to have a steeper curve so it goes up quite tall, or have the entire thing a bit taller. I think we're gonna go for a steeper curve actually, because it's gonna look really, really rough with the full blocks. But once we remove the wireframing, and we're just going to use slabs and stairs and all of that fun stuff, it's not going to look nearly as bad. Plus, this is just a prototype, so we can always edit it when we're actually building. This is just to kind of get ideas flowing in my brain. So we're going to go with a very, very sharp curve, I think. I'll probably do. And do the same on the other side. See how that looks? I really don't know how this happened, but they're not the same height. What? Oh, whoops. It looked kind of even. Like it looked uneven and I thought I fixed it, but I think I made it worse. Wait a second. Yeah. It's even wait, sweep. Oh, this whole thing's up. Uh-oh. Oh. Would I survive this with feather falling? Yeah, surely, right? I'm gonna try to land in the water though. Oh, flushed. Nice, nice. Let's have a look at this. We've just been doing a little bit of this wireframing. It's very much not finished. It's the world's most wonky tower with one pillar supporting it. But yeah, that looks good. I like the height difference between these two, and I'm gonna add another one on the side as well. Just haven't got around to it, and put in the sort of main hall here, the throne room. That is making it very obvious just how much terraforming I'm gonna have to do. Also on this bit, but this shouldn't be too bad. It's just gonna cover up a bit of the farm, which we don't really care about anyways. And I decided to not have the castle go past the library, mostly because it'd have to end right on the edge of the hot spring. I did consider it going all the way here and adding like a little balcony. I think this is better, but who knows? I might extend it more if we need more space. There's so many rooms I need to fit in here. This one is going to have 2 floors, I think, but this section of the floor is going to be a lot smaller. Like you can see here how grand and big the grand hallway here is going to be. Several blocks tall ceiling. And then the second floor on top of that, the sides of it are fairly squished, but then obviously the roof is going to be a lot taller than that in the middle. So hopefully it won't feel too claustrophobic. My biggest concern is with these roofs is that we have too much of the same shape repetition. So not only do we have the gates, but we also have the library here that has a very similar roof. So I'm going to make sure I have these different. The tower is not going to be like the library. It's going to be roofed from all sides, like not a bit in the middle. I don't know what they're called, the different roof styles. So hopefully that won't bother us too much. And then this is probably going to have an entrance in the middle, but I'm almost thinking of having it slightly curved outwards. Something with glass, maybe? I'm not sure, but I'm going to be very conscious of not reusing the same shape too much. I'm undecided what to do with the roof for this green extension yet. It's kind of almost like an L-shaped castle, which makes me want to add something on this side. I've run out of green wool, so I couldn't finish it. But there's very little space here. So, who's hissing? Who's spidering? Oh, a spider jockey on our wireframing. Hello! Okay. Yeah, definitely dangerous building this at night. That could be a creeper and I could get very, very upset. This thing looks even crazier in daylight. I'm up here again, and this time the water feels even harder to hit. Can we do it? Hopefully I can make it all the way over there. If not, feather falling 4, hopefully... I didn't dash. Oh wait! Oh! I actually made it. What? I did not expect that. Just barely made into it. I might have actually missed it if I dashed. If I sprinted, I mean. Oh wow. Okay, let's see how this looks. Grab this wool. Mainly I'm using wool because I don't care if it despawns, but it still kind of feels bad to just leave it right there where it's easily easily gathered. Okay. Yeah. I need to put in the other sides. But it's starting to look like some sort of towers. It's kind of giving Disneyland vibe. Most magical castle, but the front kind of almost needs to be taller now to match that. Should I? Should I make it taller? I might do. I think I will do actually, because I want the second floor to have a bit more space. So I guess we're just gonna raise the red up a little bit. And I'm actually kind of glad I wireframed this now because it's such a large build that if I had fully built all the parts, I think I probably would have just waved my hands and said I can't do it, that's too much effort. But I can easily see now what needs improved. Round 2, dash in this time. Ooh, when I made it. Nice. Minecraft cats are seriously realistic now? What is it doing on the roof? How did you even get here? Oh wow, okay. I can't even go. Oh boy. This is looking interesting. Yeah, okay, I'm quite happy with the size of it. I'm trying to do a couple different things here, kind of get a gauge on how large this build is going to be, but also I am trying to use different types of roofs in the build. So we're gonna have like a cone kind of roof here, just a standard normal kind of like triangle shape here, and then I want to do another triangle shape where the black one is, but a lot more gradual and facing the other direction. And on this blue one, I think we're just gonna have a completely flat roof. I might put something on top of it, like like a little garden, like a training area on top. But I think I've accidentally made it too tall because it's lining up perfectly with the library window, and that's kind of awkward. So I think I'm gonna have to shorten this. But aside from that, I'm fairly happy with it. There's a lot of very flat walls here. But I'm not gonna worry about it just now. We'll add detailing when we actually start building the build. But I did add like a little overhang here. But then I realized the tower is kind of covers most of the overhang, but I still like gonna have a little one here. Maybe we'll add some here as well. I was thinking like a circle shape here, but I don't know. This side of the build is very undecided for me just now. But we're just gonna let it marinate for a little bit and actually get working on this main entrance right here. That's kind of the focus of today's episode. I would like to get the second floor done purely for the screenshot, for the thumbnail, but I don't think that's going to be happening. Probably not. So let's look at the stuff I want to build with. I'm thinking mostly stone here for the first floor, and then we can transition into the lighter colors, but I do want it to look different from every other build because, you know, this is the castle. This is where important people live. So I'm thinking instead of using stone bricks, we're gonna jump into tuff. I really like tuff, but I also want to use andesite. It's not a block I've used much. And let's get some of this polished andesite and put it next to maybe let's get some polished stuff. Yeah, some polished stuff. See how that looks. Now, I didn't actually plot out where the main doors are going to be. But I suppose we could just leave it where the pillars are. Or maybe right here. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, in here. So we line up perfectly over here. So let's get rid of this wall. Now we have a little entrance. And I'm thinking... I know we got this awkward 1 block gap there, but I'll put something in there. I'm thinking we do a mix of this and obviously add a lot more texturing and detailing. It almost needs a 3rd block to be a gradient. Do we want it to be a gradient? Kinda, I think. I like using darker colors at the bottom just to give it a bit of like shading and texture. But I feel like Deep Slate might be too dark, so our options are maybe to use the tuff as the darkest color and then get something lighter than andesite. What would be lighter than andesite? Okay. I was thinking this color palette, guys, with the polished diorite at the top there, andesite, smooth stone, and some tuff. I think the top half is giving me kind of bathroom vibes. Here it's not too bad. I did have to swap out this polished stuff for bricks because it was giving a lot like tilage. I really like the basalt there at the bottom. I just don't know about these 2 blocks. In theory they should work, but I think because they're so square looking, it might not work, but then again, this might be something we can cover up with a lot of texture. And it still makes like a really nice gradient. If we were to put some wood logs in front of it as well, it'll probably help. I'll do a little bit more like this and see what I feel. Guys, I think this is one of those where you have to trust the process in. Yeah. It's kind of a lot just now. This is how I did the walls originally. A lot of texturing work, hoping to give it that kind of old feeling to the castle walls. All being a straight line doesn't help. Then I thought it was too much, so I kind of tried to clean up a section here. It's not the best cleaning up job because it's very uneven. In fact, it's too even, sorry, and it looks a bit weird. So I'm just gonna leave the walls to sit with me for a little bit and see what I feel like. Do I like this more solid section here? Or do I like the more random looking bits? I'm not sure. But what I do know is that this is going to be our throne, and we need to put in days in here. Like a little, if you don't know what that is, it's like a little stage almost that your throne goes into just to make sure you're overlooking the room. It's all very solid just now, and I didn't realize that that was what I was missing until I was like, wait, if you sit in the throne here now, it's kind of like, hey chaps, kind of awkward feeling, right? So I also want to put in a window here, so the window's gonna have to be quite high to be above the days. And I think, what do we build it out of? We've got this sort of hardwood floors here. I did think about building stone, and then I thought it was gonna be too much grey. And I'm also thinking that this is maybe not the. I mean, it is a castle, but it's perhaps not as grand as maybe other castles are, because our village is mostly made out of wooden materials. I didn't want it to be the only thing there. That looks completely different. Okay, I think for today is we're gonna have it touch the wall, and maybe how much do we want it to stick out? Maybe about this much, just a little bit past the kind of middle section of the wall. And I think we wanted to go 2 blocks high, but then you also need to have, oh, this is going to touch. Is that going to be okay? I think so. You also want to have stairs. The ones I looked up as sort of reference images either have stairs just from the front or from all the sides. And I think I prefer all the sides. It looks a little bit cooler. I still have dark oak stairs. Looks a bit cooler. So let's do that. And then we're going to need to go up 1 more set of stairs. And then, we're gonna full block this up like that. And this sort of section, I think we're gonna keep everything the same color. This is where our throne is going to be. So, placeholder throne to visualize it there. Yeah, that's already adding a little bit of visual. Is that in the center? It looks uneven because I've not finished the sides of the stairs. It already gives the floor and just a whole kind of hall, the throne room, a little bit more visual focus. In fact, I've changed my mind. I think this entire thing being the same color is a bit much. Let's replace the top planks here with maybe spruce planks instead. I don't like the floor not being visible at all, the floor of the days, so I'm gonna make the slabs instead. And this is going to be our throne. The banner is definitely the touch there. In fact, I don't know how I feel about these 2 carpets here. I thought they would look better than they actually do. Maybe we could slab it instead. Just using mango because that's what I got on me. Yeah, my slab's a bit too heavy, so I think we're gonna have to do trapdoors. Let's try this. Yeah, okay, I think that's the best. And now it feels like we need something more at the back. It looks a little bit silly when the banner is not loaded, but as soon as it does load in, I think it starts looking very cool. Now we need to fit the window in, and we've only got like 4 blocks here. So, do I still want to bother with the window? Yeah, that's kind of weird. Maybe not above the throne, but rather we can put 2 windows on the sides. How about we do that? May this block back, please? Right. How much space do we have here to kind of make it even? 4 blocks. Okay, it's not going to be particularly even then. I could do a 2 by 2. Let's see. 2 here. And then another one on this side. Make it a nicer shape. At the same level? That is not the same level. Right here. And 2 blocks tall. Yo, I don't like it. It's kind of... Okay, guys, I know everyone else sees it, but it's kind of giving face. Eye, nose, and then like a beard or something. Okay, I can't unsee that. The windows, they have to go. Oh man. Oh boy, it's happened. I'm starting to really dislike these walls. They're really bugging me. I was trying to figure out what to use for the ceiling. Tried out a few different kinds of planks because I think you need a warmer color here. It didn't work. Clashed completely. I tried stone bricks, stuff like that. Didn't work. Clashed completely. So I started thinking maybe it's the walls. Maybe this is the problem. It's not the colors or not even the texturing, I don't think, but it's the very, very squarey part of it, the tiling of the whole thing. It doesn't work. So let me show you guys what I tried. Isn't that like 10 times better? It needs maybe a little bit more texturing, like here. Have we got any andesite? I don't have any andesite. Now there's just a hole in the floor, in the wall. But isn't that so much better? I feel like the entire room felt slightly overstimulating. And when you look at this now, it's honestly such a massive difference. I still really like the texturing at the bottom and the bustle into tough into andesite. I think that's good. We can keep that. It almost has a kind of vintagey look, like the vintage is maybe a bad word, but maybe like an aged look where the sort of the lower end of the walls is kind of more dirty, almost like it's more dark. There's a bit of shadow there, and it gets lighter towards the top where the light comes from. Maybe I don't know. I still like the second part. It was honestly just a bit too much with the andesite, smooth stone, and diorite all together, and the smooth stone and diorite combo was not helping me match it with any sort of ceiling. So hopefully, if I just swap everything out for smooth stone, I mean, what a difference. Can you guys see it too? Am I overthinking it? I'm gonna stick to my gut and say that this is like at least 10 times better. I'm gonna redo all the walls and then we can move on to the ceiling for this room. There we go. I popped the world's most basic ceiling on here and it's okay. It's just, what did I use? Spruce planks, I think. I used spruce planks. And I am going to add some sort of pattern to them, I think, when I do the upstairs. But I'm not going to bother just now for the ceiling. I'm going to need to see what I'm building upstairs first. But I'll probably do either something similar to this or like a checkerboard pattern like I did in the library. Because I quite like this one here. But I couldn't be bothered to actually build that up there just now. Because it's quite difficult if you don't have a block underneath the log to place. It just ends up being sideways. This definitely needs a lot of work, some beams and stuff. So I'm gonna add some finishing touches in here, I guess. This just looks so funny. It almost looks like a child's drawing on paper, you know, when you just only draw outlines of things. I'm still happy with the shape though. I've let it kind of sit there for a while to get used to it. And yeah, I'm quite chuffed with that. But I've been working on the throne room in the meantime. And let's have a look at this room. I gotta say, I'm actually really pleased with the way this has turned out. Wait, oh, zoom out. Oh man. It feels like the right mix of kind of cozy with a bit more intimidating, maybe. I don't know, how can you have intimidating and cozy at the same time? But it's got a bit of that grand feeling to it, a bit of that splendor, but it's not over the top. It's not too much. It's still, I don't know what I'm saying, but I'm quite chuffed with it. And there's a couple of bits and bobs here that I really like. The candles with the banners hanging off the little pillars. They're stairs, but they kind of feel like little pillars. Love those. I really like the armor stands as well. These were a nightmare to put in because armor doesn't stack. But yeah, quite pleased with these. And the support beams, the throne. I had to change the wood out here a bit because it's kind of blending all too much together, and this looks great. This looks perfect. I am super chuffed with that. And I also have, guys, some hidden lamps down here, which I totally didn't steal. Oh, where is it? There it is. Which I totally didn't steal off the library. No, I didn't have any oxygenate. Is that what you called? Exposed copper. Sorry, I stole it from the library, and the library's very brightly lit now, while the other ones age. But yeah, super chuffed for this. I think we're gonna leave it here for today. And next episode, we gotta get working on all of this as well. Hopefully we can finish all of it. I don't think I'll do the inside of the second floor yet. I'll probably just work on the towers and the actual ceiling and stuff. And yeah, it looks a bit weird just now, but that's how big builds go. Oh, and yeah, before we go, this is totally not a weird dungeon in our castle. Nah! Thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll catch you in the next episode. Bye bye!